Hello, my name is Hunter Biden and you're watching Low Horology. Today we look at the most interesting watch releases of February 2024. I'll introduce them and talk a bit about them as well. For this video, I'm wearing a Vostok Amphibia with a little configuration. I put a leather bracelet on it, which you can see just for protocol. So yeah, we're starting off with the Grand Seiko. They have made a snowflake in quartz. I'm very conflicted about this myself. I can see that quartz watches have recently seen an uptrend, which I think is good. On this channel or in general, I've never been a quartz hater per se. I think that quartz watches for $4,000 US, that's a bit much, to be honest. That's a lot. I think they're better alternatives, but I still think it's interesting. They have finally released one of their most popular models in a quartz variant, which usually the quartz models have been restricted to usually less popular configurations. It is made as the normal, so the automatic Grand Seiko snowflake. So you have titanium Cerato polishing, heavily detailed dial. Yeah, if you are a quartz watch enthusiast, I think for people who are really into quartz watches, I'd say go for it. Piaget with the Polo 79, they've revived this watch with a rather interesting case and dial. I've seen memes about this, you probably have as well. I'll insert some memes about this watch here. It's a very memeable watch and there's every reason to. I mean, I've seen people fucking like sliding credit cards across this, for instance. It's funny. Yeah, look at this. But no matter how memeable it is, it's unique. You can say whatever you want, but it's quite unique actually. Yeah, man. It's very hairy, so I can't tell if this is a male or female wrist. I mean, like, I don't know what like females you guys have around a block to watch, but yeah, I can see it. I mean, this is a small watch, 18 karat gold. It is special, $73,000 US. Let me know what you think about this. Zenith. So we are on Houdinki right now. This is another release in February. Zenith launched their Chronomaster in titanium. So the Chronomaster, if you don't know about this, is often compared to the Daytona as, you know, looking very similar, of course, but what's interesting is that the El Primero movement inside the Zenith Chronomaster was actually used in the Rolex Daytona for quite a while. These days, if you wear Zenith Chronomaster, there are also memes about this. I mean, I'm gonna insert one here now. Have a look. It's a very memeable watch. Rating this release only, I like it because I think there should be more titanium options. Titanium is a great material. It's scratch resistant versus normal steel or stainless steel. There's a great video from Teddy Baldassar and Kevin O'Leary where they talk about micro brands, and Teddy goes into Trasca and shows Kevin O'Leary a Trasca link that's high intensity titanium versus a Rolex Submariner link, which is not. And you just can't see the pure scratch resistance there. Yeah, I like it. Would I buy one? Definitely not. But that's because I wouldn't buy a Zenith Chronomaster in general. But if you're a fan of Zenith, I'd rather buy the titanium version than the normal version. Also, what happened this month was Panerai releasing a... So this is a very interesting release. We have Grand Seiko again with a milking the snowflake even more with the morning glow, I think they call it, and a Hakuto-R dial no one cares about. I mean, even though it's a GMT, but still, no one cares about this watch. Let's just talk about this release here. I think it's beautiful. I mean, from this picture, it's absolutely stunning. But again, you see, this is a press release photo, and this is a photo from Block to Watch. You can see the difference in the dial color, and I noticed this when I was looking at pictures from the Grand Seiko Cherry Blossom. So the pink color really just pops in a certain light, which I think is good because you don't want to watch it's just shining pink as a guy, you know, that's quite... But yeah, I think this is wonderful. I think this is a good release, a good addition to the Spring Drive Heritage Collection lineup. Would I buy it? I don't know. I have to see it in real life and I have to compare it to the normal snowflake and to the cherry blossom. But yeah, I think it's a good release. It's beautiful. Yeah, can't deny it. It is a beautiful watch. This one, dude, I still think it's absolutely tacky. It looks like a normal Seiko, especially with the crown at 4. I don't know. That's a potato. That's potential gold here. Let's have a look at the price before we continue. Let's just check the price quickly. $6,000. I mean, the Morning Girl will be limited again, 1,500 examples, but $63. I think that's a good price for considering this is a limited watch. Usually I'd say try to get your Grand Seiko Heritage Collection for about 5K, which you can. Go to Japan, I'm not kidding, fly to Japan and get it. I've seen Grand Seikos in Japan for like $4,000, 4.5K for a new Grand Seiko in a Seiko store. I'm not kidding, they put a huge margin on this. They have a huge margin in foreign stores for this. This is ridiculous compared to their domestic market. Get a JDM Grand Seiko. So this is a release I actually like. The Victoria Beckham Breitling Chronomat collab I think is really, really cool. 36mm watch. Of course, as a guy, don't wear a watch which says Victoria Beckham on it. But as a present for your girlfriend, absolutely. I think the Chronomat in general is, if not the, but like one of the best Breitling watches out there right now. I mean, the Premier chronograph are very cool as well, but yeah, the Chronomat, the Chronomat GMT especially is a watch I really like. The 40mm version, of course, with the white dial, absolutely beautiful. Only downside is movement inside, which ain't too bad with the normal Chronomat. But in general, I think the Chronomat is one of the best Breitlings on the market right now, and one of the only ones I would buy with the bullet bracelet and the onion crown. Absolutely classic Breitling and beautiful. The Victoria Beckham collab is, I think, great. You can't hate on it. Let's see if they also have the 200-meter water resistance that you get with the normal Chronomat. This has 100 meters, but I think that's because of it's a 36mm case. As far as I know, you have a higher water resistance in the 40mm case, which goes up to 200 meters. But yeah, great watch, beautiful. For like, how much is this? 29K for the full gold and 5K for the steel version. The price is a little bit up there in my opinion, but yeah, dude, if you have too much money and you have a girlfriend, I mean, and you wanna, I don't know, lower your taxable income, there you go. So this is one of my favorite releases this month. I think this is one of the watches where you say, hey, you either hate it or you absolutely love it. I am fucking autistic, so I love it. If you aren't, you probably hate it. But yeah, let's have a look. The Citizen Atessa, retarded in its own way, but it's very interesting. You have a moon all around this watch, so it's extremely techy. The Hakuto-R mission, I'm not sure if you are aware of that. It was a attempted moon landing of a like little rover, which didn't work. And I think right now a White Label Space or something, it's a weird name, White Space Label or whatever. It's a private Japanese space corporation which is now trying to launch its second attempt, but whether that works is still written in the stars, but we'll see. What I think is interesting is the satellite wave. GPS is extremely interesting, quartz of course. The moon is all around this watch. Here you even have a center link that's supposed to resemble the moon surface, which I think is cool. You have a little world timer configuration here on the bezel. Yeah, there you can see the Hakuto-R on the background. It's very thick, as you can see. Let me see if we can see the thickness here. 41mm case, that says, okay, actually just 11mm. It looks way thicker than it is, actually. But yeah, cool watch, very cool. Chronograph, of course. I like it. I'd get one of these two. I like it. It's $1,500 US, I think. Yes, it's $1,500 US. With the one with the recrystallized titanium center links is $3,000 US. That I think, so that one in the middle is more expensive. I think 3K is too much for what it is. Also, I think the pushers here ain't as beautiful as here. I mean, you have the world timer configuration as well. You have to take that into account. 3K, that's out there, especially for a Citizen. But if you have the money and you want something around 5K that's interesting and that's unique, definitely conversation starter. Maybe the conversation will be, are you retarded? And you can say yes. How many chromosomes do you have? 47, you can say, as a response then. Cool, why not? Get it. For me personally, I'd say, hey, this one will do. $1,500 maybe. We'll see later down the line. I mean, keep following my channel. Maybe I'll sit here and just be like, yeah, I'm rocking that in a few videos, who knows. But yeah, I think it's cool. But again, I'm very whimsical. If you aren't, I can see why you hate it. I can already tell the bracelet will suck though. This mechanism from Citizen, if you've ever had a Citizen watch with this exact clasp, you'll know that it sucks. Does it suck up to the point where you say that it's annoying? Probably not. But is it good? No. This is as good as the fucking... Yeah, this is as good as a Citizen Eco Drive for $300. So that's... But everything else about this watch is extremely cool. I mean, from the case back, the chronograph function, the world timer function, of course the center links, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's see what people think about this. Let me know what you think about this. Another autistic watch we have. By the way, I have a video coming up with the most autistic watches you can buy right now. Yeah, I'll just have to see whether YouTube is going to ban that video just based on the title. But yeah, I'll have that video coming up soon. Urwerk has released a Lightspeed watch. I read the whole article and I read another article about this watch and how this movement works. To break it down very quickly, it shows you the time down here. So this is interesting if you actually plan to read the time. That's here, just in this section. Everything above it is a complication which shows you the position of Earth and how it rotates around the sun with some other planets. So it's basically a mini planetarium on your wrist. How accurate this is, can't really tell for sure, especially if you wear it over time. Is it cool? Fuck yeah. Especially with the crown position at what would you would usually consider 12 o'clock. It's extremely interesting. I could make a dedicated video about this, explaining in detail how this complication works. Let me know if you want to see something like this. I don't think so, but yeah, I will do that. I think it's very cool. I think this is a valid alternative to something like a Richard Mille. If you're in that price range, I think it's amazing and one of the best Heuer horology releases recently. Absolutely amazing, very cool complication. I think the first ever to create this complication. 65,000 Swiss francs, which is $73,300. I mean, this is quite cheap compared to something like Richard Mille. I think taking that into consideration, I think this is an absolute diamond. I'd get it if I had that money, of course, laying around. But yeah, if I was in the market for a watch like this, I'd get it. Maybe we'll see this on the wrists of some certain F1 drivers or football players in the future, who knows? Or maybe a special someone who used to be a UFC fighter might as well wear it soon. Who knows? We'll see. Talking about autistic watches, we have the TAG Heuer Connected Malbon Golf Collab, which is a digital watch. I'm not sure if you're if you are a follower of the TAG Heuer Connected line. I think it's not very popular, but it's basically a digital watch which has a touchscreen display here. I like the bracelet. It's definitely unique. It's a conversation starter. 2,300 Swiss francs, which should be around about like $2,800. I think that's too much for what it is, but again, TAG Heuer Connected is something. I would rather buy the Citizen Hakuto-R for this money. Interesting release. Absolute potato, let's be honest. But again, autistic watch. Again, TAG Heuer is strong when it comes to autistic watches, which we'll see in another release that we have coming up. I'll show you. But first, let's talk about Zenith. We have the Zenith DeFi Skyline with the Tourbillon. And Zenith is usually only talked about when we talk about the Chronomaster Sport, which we just had in this video. I think this is a great release. I like the DeFi. In general, you can see though why people, hate on it, right? You can see the resemblance to certain popular integrated bracelet sports watch I mean, this looks like an AP Royal Oak. It does. But that's, again, I think that's just a Argenta integrated watch look. Yeah, 65,000 US dollars. I think I'd rather get the Urwerk. I'd get the Urwerk Lightspeed instead for that money. I don't know. We'll see how it performs in this price range. Tag Heuer has released a Carrera chronograph tourbillon, which is gaslighting, by the way. This particular article may be gaslighting because, yes, sure, it has a teal treatment, blah, blah, but like the Tag Heuer tourbillon, it has been out there for quite a while. This is not a new release. So take this with a pinch of salt. It just has a teal colorway now, but this has been around for a bit. If you remember this tourbillon in particular, and you see these screws here, which are absolutely ugly, but you might remember something mounted on these screws, which is not there with this configuration, but yeah, you'll see when I will release my video about the most autistic watches around. But yeah, I think this is beautiful. I don't like the pushers. I know these are classic chronograph pushers resembling a stopwatch. Decent watch. If you're a fan of Tag Heuer, I think this is a step in the right direction. It's a beautiful colorway. I think there should be more watch releases in general with this colorway. So this is something I have seen on Instagram, actually was recommended to me. I got an advert on Instagram showing me this. It's a Ghibli collab. Studio Ghibli, if you don't know, is one of the biggest, say, anime movie producers out there. They've made movies like Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro. They've also made Spirited Away, among others, just to mention a few. But yeah, this is, I mean, you've seen this art style before. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, Ghibli is culturally iconic. This watch itself, I like it. I mean, also this sort of like worn steel, like very like worn down finish. I think it's very, very cool. It looks like it has been on some adventures, if you know what I mean. So it fits the Ghibli theme quite a bit, which Ghibli movies are always about some like weird adventures through like mystical worlds. Very cool, very cool. But the case back, guys, I'm telling you, look at the case back. That's a lot. Some quotes in there, clothed in blue robes, descending onto a golden field. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. It's a limited edition, 1,500 pieces. Look at this. I mean, that's stunning for a watch that's, I think, 1,500 US dollars. That many details. That's, I think, good value for money. I mean, look at this. That's an absolutely stunning box. And this watch is 1,500, 1,700. Okay, so that's more like, I think the euro is quite strong compared to US dollars. So that's like almost 2,000 US dollars. Still, I think that's good. I actually own a Seiko craftsmanship collection, Seiko Passage craftsmanship series, which this uses as a base. So I actually own the base version of this watch without the Studio Ghibli collab, a 70-hour power reserve. It's a great watch. It really feels good, and I got so many compliments for this. I mean, I have the one with like enamel with an enamel dial. I think mine was also limited edition. But yeah, I think the Seiko Craftsman, I want to say Grand Seiko because it feels like one. Like really from the build quality, it feels like one. And this is positive, not negative. Before you write any cheeky comments, it's again an enamel dial. Yeah, printed white indices. Yeah, very cool. I think this will even look better in person when you can see the enameling. A certain light, how it reflects, it looks very cool, at least from mine, which is just plain white, I can tell you. I'm not a big fan of like brown bracelets though, but I can swap it. So that's not a problem, but it really looks cool. It looks like it has been on an adventure, if you ask me. Very cool. But yeah, let's continue with our last watch for this month, the Hamilton Ventura Edge. So, I'm not sure if you've seen Dune, the movie Dune, but they've made a collab with this. Absolutely cool. This is fucking based, especially this one. I know it's a digital watch, but I mean, yeah, this is the watch in Dune, a desert watch. This is absolutely cool. I mean, this is the stuff I really like about Hamilton. The Hamilton Jazzmaster, the Hamilton Ventura. Absolutely weird watches that you can still, they are not too think even they're cheeky, right? But like they're not too fucked up, as in you can't wear them around. They're not too edgy. This is just the right amount of edgy where it's still cool. If you know what I mean. I mean, look at this. If you like the light and the dark, it's cool. Absolutely based. Very cool. New release wise, I think what you definitely have to look out for is the Urwerk Lightspeed. I think for 65k, this is our best high horology piece of the month. Our best low horology piece of the month, I'd say, goes to the, let's say it's a shared first place for the Seiko Ghibli collab and the Seiko Passage craftsmanship edition Ghibli collab, which by the way has a 70-hour power reserve, which is exactly how much a power reserve should be. Why? Because that means it's weekend proof. Take it off on a Friday afternoon or evening and it will survive until Monday morning. So there you go. There you go. Thanks for watching. I have a lot of videos coming up, so subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And let me know what you think about this month releases. I'll see you next month, end of March, to review the releases of March 2024. Until then, have a blessed month. Stay safe and yeah, God bless. See you in the next one. Bye bye.